it's great to be back. It's great to be by the seaside. Hasn't changed at all. It's not super steep, is it, really? Obviously you've got the hill at Chavis, which is a bit of a roof, but apart from that, then it's just gently overhanging. That's why I went for that bit as opposed to the left-hand section. So yeah, you just looked at it and thought, oh, yeah, must be impossible. Whereas this, yeah, you could definitely see there was holes. I mean, it looked all big juggy stuff to start with. No, I remember doing an interview for OTE years ago, and they were asking me if I'd still be into climbing when I was, older, and I said, yeah, I could still imagine myself red pointing 8As in my 50s. Okay, well, I'm not 50, but here I am. And obviously back in '84, I'd just left school like about a year before, and yeah, I was living the dream really, climbing with full-time with all my climbing heroes, and yeah, there was just a real sort of buzz and energy about the sort of group of climbers who were climbing at the time.
How much time have we got? I reckon I'll do it, but maybe not first try. That's my prediction.
Where have all the olds gone? I'd just been in France with Jerry, down climbing in Buttes and Verdun, and we were, we'd just sort of seen how they were climbing over there, the techniques that they were using, working routes. We were still like yo-yoing and, just dogging and stuff, but, we'd seen what they were doing in France. So definitely it would have been influenced by what we'd seen over there. They were climbing at a pretty high level. To me, it didn't seem that controversial. There was a lot of bolts in all the routes here anyway. Get that bolt, should I? Yeah, thanks there, Steve. Oh, fucking A. Oh my God.
When his route was reported, statement was reported, and it got E7, more like B7. They were so outraged about the bolts, they couldn't actually appreciate that this was like the hardest route in the country.
Fucking knackered. I should have just rested. I'm my own worst enemy. I suppose you just think, well, how far can I go? It's that same mentality. I should have just rested. Now I've totally blown it for the day. Steve, I'm just going to bounce again.
Yeah, it was really exciting. Yeah, it was great. I remember coming down here one morning and Ben was still in bed. We slept up the caves at the top. And I was like wide awake, so I just came running down here. And I saw this rock and I was just like amazed. So I went back to bed and said, yeah, that's the future of British climbing down there. And you could see it was climbable, but not by the sort of current standards. It was very futuristic. And of course Ben got the first route just a month or two later.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember when I was putting in the bolts, looking at like these flakes and cracks and thinking, well, yeah, you could get a friend in there. I kind of wrote that off pretty quickly. Oh my God. God, it's a bit blooming harder than I remember, that's for sure. Take a step. God, it's a bit harder than I remember. Oh my God. I'll tell you what, there's more bolts in it now than there was when I did it. Loads more. 8 bolts. I'm sure I didn't have 8 bolts. Clipping them all the bloody time. Well, maybe I did. God. So sustained. Seems hard. Yeah, and it does feel like it would have been quite futuristic back in '84.
And then in between signing on dates, we'd hitch down here, which could take forever. Sometimes if you've got bad lifts, it could take like up to 11 hours to get from Sheffield to here, which is ridiculous. And then you spend like 2 weeks here solid. And the year we came, 1984, was the year after the kind of big explosion. Everyone else had come down in '83, and so we were basically repeating all these new routes that had been done. But then, yeah, so we had it more or less to ourselves. But then a few other people did come down. Basher came down, and Andy Pollock came down and did a few new routes. But yeah, it was amazing. Good weather. Just walked into town, got food, went back to the caves, slept, got up, went climbing all day.
Oh my God. I bet I haven't got quick time, have I? No. What a punter. Too many bolts in it. Steve, take us there. Go on in, put us down. '84, well, because Steve was also doing a new route to the right of this, so we were both trying these routes at the same time, right? But '84, well, I look back now, I mean, I was 17, I turned 18 just after I did this. It seemed like, even now, I look back, I think that just seemed the longest year of my life, because we did so much. I mean, I'd been to France in the spring with Jerry for a month, then we'd come here and we'd spent ages at Pentrue in new routing, then we'd gone up to Malham and spent like the rest of the summer at there, Gordale, Malham, Gordale. Then in the autumn we went to Frankendura. It was just like non-stop climbing all the time. It was just, yeah. Oh, we must have been fit because we were just climbing every day. Yeah. All day, every day. Yeah, and you know, just the atmosphere here up in Yorkshire is just really, you know, buzzing. Yeah, it was really good. No, I don't long for those days at all. Fuck. Oh, I just pumped out, didn't know what I was doing the whole way up. Oh.